You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, KOAM's Anthony Saviello shares how the Pitt State Silverback program provides for the university.
Also, the city of Carthage is seeking the public's opinion on ways to further develop the city.
And we've got ourselves a chilly start to the day, at least, in terms of August standards. We're going to hold on to cool temperatures for a little bit out there. We'll have a look at that forecast to get you out the door coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner, just after 7 a.m. now on this finally Friday here in the 4 states. We've made it somehow.
Yes.
Or have we?
I feel like I have. I don't know where.
Boy, the last couple of days, I'm just kind of spacing out here and there, but
It's the cool weather.
It's got to be. It's the pleasant temperatures, that helps you sleep better at night. It's all sorts of fun stuff, and some fun stuff taking place at Pitt State.
Absolutely. The Pittsburgh State University Silverback campaign has entered into its month of giving.
KOAM's Anthony Saviello explains what donations are used for and how they benefit the school.
The month of giving is extremely important for us to have success in the classroom, on the court, field, pitch, anything like that.
Not every student athlete can be given a full ride, but the Silverback campaign at PSU is doing something about that.
We're donating straight to our student athlete scholarships. And this helps their financial burdens. This helps with our office campus housing, their books, their scholarships, their tuition. This helps in all of those aspects to take care of our student athletes the best that we can.
The campaign has entered its month of giving, but already had a jump start through PSU President Dan Shipp golfing around the 4-state area to raise money.
It's been awesome. It's been tremendous. It's been great support, and even people who have helped, they've helped us financially. They've shown up at games. They've prepared with their blackout shirts, their Silverback blackout shirts. It's really just, the support has been tremendous in all aspects of athletics.
Donations can be targeted towards a specific sport, or they can go into the Silverback Fund, which is an easy way for them to be dispersed throughout all sports. But money isn't the only way people can give.
There's no parameters or box that we're going to put you in. We would just like you to give and support and join us for the kickoff party, and join us for the August 31st, and then when volleyball starts up and when soccer starts up. So we're just really kicking off the sports seasons in the school year with the month of giving.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
The Silverback campaign will end with the football home opener on August 31st.
Certainly a great opportunity to help bring in some extra resources for the programs there at Pitt State. And you've got an extra opportunity to maybe enjoy a few rummage sales today or into the weekend. I enjoy rummage sailing. Amber and I, we love to do that. And you never know what you're going to find, and you'll want to take an umbrella with you, though.
Yes.
Because it might rain a little bit on you this weekend. We'll talk about that a little later. Let's get you through your Friday first, and this is what it's starting with. Now, the further east you are, the longer you're going to have a little more sunshine. We're going to have clouds increasing from west to east through the morning. So example, here in Joplin, our camera on the Cornell complex, we've got a few clouds out there, but otherwise ample sunshine to get the day started. Just another kind of view of the isolated cloud cover. But again, from west to east, clouds will increase through the morning hours. MoDOT camera 20th and range line, again, also looking good. A few more cars out there on the road compared to like the 2 that were there at 5 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's getting their day started. Everybody's probably pretty excited for the weekend, because these temperatures are going to be great. So again, through the morning into the afternoon, cloud cover increasing across the area. There is a less than 10% chance of a sprinkle or two. We're expected really just to be dry, mostly cloudy, and a little bit cooler today. It's still going to be warm, but considerably cooler than where we have been out there. And we already are starting that way. 63 in Joplin, 62 in Pittsburgh. Average low is 69. And take a look. Iola, Yates Center now joining the club in the upper 50s. To start the day. Low mid 60s, and then you get a little further south and we start to go mid upper 60s. So either way, painted a very nice and chilly by August standards start to the day out there. Temperatures are going to be below normal. Average high is 91. We'll have the mostly cloudy skies. Highs today into the low to mid 80s, and we're going to actually cool down even more as we head into our Saturday. And of course, that's going to be courtesy some rain chances. We'll break down the details on those rain chances in the full forecast. And don't cancel your weekend plans. Just again, keep an umbrella handy. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. The city of Carthage, Missouri is looking for public input as they apply for a community development block grant. The city yesterday held a public hearing where residents could voice their thoughts on the biggest needs in the community. One plan the city proposed would replace 5,000 feet of sidewalks in the downtown area, costing an estimated $937,000.
Well, improving sidewalks improves mobility and accessibility for everyone, whether they're the richest person in town or the poorest person in town. Because eventually, everyone gets out of their car and walks. So it makes it easier for them to get out of their car and walk if the sidewalk is, available, if it's usable.
At least 51% of the funds must be used to benefit low and moderate income residents. The city of Joplin is also asking the community for their opinion, this time concerning its website. As the Marketing and Communications Department begins work on redesigning the city's website, they're asking the public to take part in a survey, giving input on everything from website traffic to current satisfaction level. The department says it's looking for input from everyone, regardless of how often they use the site. Anyone interested in taking the survey can head over to KOAMNewsNow.com, where we have provided a link. Well, coming up next, a Hawaiian town marks the 1-year anniversary of a deadly fire. We'll be right back, but before we head to break, here's a live look from Arma, Kansas, ahead of their VJ homecoming celebration. Topping Nation Watch this morning, Democratic presidential candidate Vice President Kamala Harris and her newly announced running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, held a campaign rally at a United Auto Workers Union hall in Wayne, Michigan yesterday afternoon. Last week, the UAW endorsed Harris, and now she must try to win the support of the union's nearly 400,000 members. Michigan is a battleground state that's expected to play a big role in the presidential election. The U.S. ambassador to Japan is a no-show at this year's atomic bombing memorial service in Nagasaki on Friday. The event was to mark 79 years since the atomic bombing of Nagasaki. And the U.S. Embassy says Ambassador Rahm Emanuel did not attend the memorial service because Israel was not invited. Instead, he honored the victims at a ceremony in a Buddhist temple in Tokyo. Emanuel says the move not to invite Israel was a political decision. Well, an intense year filled with sadness for wildfire victims in Lahaina as the Hawaiian community yesterday marked 1 year since a deadly inferno decimated their town. Fox News correspondent Chanley Painter takes a closer look at the tributes to honor those who passed, plus the unique therapy opportunities helping survivors continue to process their pain.
Heartache and grief still have a tight hold on the West Maui town of Lahaina, 1 year after a devastating wildfire tore through the historic Hawaiian community, killing more than 100 people and destroying thousands of structures. Prayers rang out as dozens of surfers and boaters paddled into the Pacific Ocean Thursday. The tribute, which is a ritual in Hawaii to honor loved ones, paid respects to the 102 lives lost in the blaze.
It's the one thing I thought I could always count on was my hometown. We don't have a hometown.
Further inland, debris removal continues. Still, many residential lots that have already been cleared remain vacant. More folks are seeking permits to start the rebuilding process and hopefully put an end to their displaced stays in hotels and temporary shelters.
Still getting people every single day that have not sought therapy.
Mental health advocates, meanwhile, say the significant trauma survivors have been through is vital to work past.
7 of my family lost everything, and I lost an uncle in it.
Some have turned to horse therapy at this quiet Maui ranch. The process involves survivors walking, petting, and brushing the trusty steeds. The horses also provide a calming presence as therapists guide people through other types of counseling.
Like a big teddy bear. I mean, he doesn't even move. He just lets you lean on him.
Besides helping people heal, data shows critical tourism levels to the island also still need to recover. I'm Chandler Painter, Fox News.
And those are some of today's top national headlines. Here's Chris with a look at the forecast.
Yeah, we're going to have a pretty decent weekend, aside from some rain chances, but temperatures falling below normal starting today. We'll have another full look at your forecast about how long the rain chances last and when the heat returns here in just a moment. And coming up a little later, one Oklahoma organization is stepping up to help kids with school supplies. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is 7:15 now on this Friday morning here in the 4 states, starting with a live look from our camera on top of the Cornell Complex in downtown Joplin. The sun is rising, just a few clouds out there. And our friends here to the east are going to see a little more sunshine than our friends to the west, but clouds will increase across the entire area as we go through the morning. Again, another great shot of those clouds there from our camera 7th and range line. MoDOT camera 20th and range line, looking pretty good. Traffic is flowing and traffic flowing also on the KDOT camera at 69 in Kansas Crossing, just south of Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at the future track. There it is. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? It's a nice future track today because the only thing it's got to really show us is some increasing clouds across the area. It's also going to show us relatively cooler temperatures for most of us out there and a less than 10% chance of a stray shower or two. Our best chances of rain start tomorrow as early as 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, Saturday, at this point, it's still looking as though our best opportunity for a little more widespread rainfall is going to be before noon on Saturday. So watch the future track as we put this into motion. You can see we've got showers and thunderstorms kind of blanketing almost the entire area. So this is going to be our best chance for some more organized, more widespread rainfall is going to be in the first half of our Saturday. Once we start to head into the afternoon, we'll still have chances of showers and storms, but they're going to become considerably more scattered through the day, and by the evening they will be out of here. And I really do want to reemphasize again, not anticipating any severe weather from any of the activity over the weekend. All right, so overnight Saturday into very early Sunday, skies actually will start to go mostly clear, and then before sunrise, clouds pick back up again, and by mid-morning, more scattered showers and thunderstorms on our Sunday. Again, no severe weather, but do keep an umbrella and the Skywatch weather app handy. And like Saturday, by the evening hours, those will clear out. Skies clear again late evening, but they'll cloud back up a little faster ahead of additional scattered storm chances as early as 1 o'clock on Monday morning. And we're going to hold on to these rain chances all the way through next Thursday. We're sitting at 63 in Joplin right now, north breeze at 8 miles an hour with mostly clear skies for the time being. Temperatures across the region got a good smattering, a little chillier up in Yates Center and Iola, both sitting at 59 degrees. The rest of us low, mid, and upper 60s out there. Again, clouds increasing from west to east, so if some of you may still have a little more sunshine through the morning, but eventually we'll all start to go partly to mostly cloudy, and we're going to go low to mid 70s by 11 o'clock this morning. Average high 91. Highs today, most of us low to mid 80s across the area. So again, a relatively pleasant day. Heading into the evening, the mostly cloudy skies again continue through the evening and overnight hours. We're down 71 by 10 and back down in the low 60s tonight, which also means we could see a few more upper 50s in some of the more outlying areas out there. So be prepared for a pretty chilly start to the Saturday. And Saturday itself looks to be anywhere from 10 to 12 degrees cooler than our average high. We're going upper 70s, some low 80s possible, especially a little further south, but otherwise a nice day. Low 80s on Sunday, and we'll still be technically below average on Monday. Then we start to warm back up. We're going to crawl into low to mid 90s as we head toward the end of next week, and again, rain chances through next Thursday morning. That's checking your forecast. We're back with more right after this. Well, back to school can be exciting for children, expecting new shoes, clothes, and backpacks, but it's a big financial hurdle for many parents and caregivers.
Olivia Thompson tells us about a social service group that's setting up to help.
Caddo Masonic Lodge 3 has been open for nearly 150 years in Oklahoma, but nearly 12 years ago, a small act of service turned into a big initiative for Caddo schools.
It started with just a few of us. We wanted to do something for the school, so we went and got a few backpacks and filled it with supplies, and we got to help about 5 or 6 kids, and it has grown over the years to where it is now.
After $500 worth of hat donations were raised, the Masonic Charity Foundation matched their efforts for a total of $1,000 to use on school supplies. The Masons' goal is to provide a service to the community. They do all their shopping for children in town.
We try as much as we can to go to our local stores to help them out, and in turn, they usually see me out shopping and have helped and have donated as well.
Across the nation, school staffers are posed with the issue to buy school supplies for their students or passing on that financial burden to the parents. This is an act of service, one of many that the Caddo Masons do, aimed towards making a difference in the community.
We bring in so much of it is that the school has gotten rid of their list of supplies that the parents have to buy.
Caddo Superintendent Lee Northcutt says the donations help students and teachers.
This has made the process so much simpler for everyone involved.
Welcome donations on this last day of summer break, helping Caddo kick off the school year right.
Go Bruins!
That's an incredible program.
Absolutely. You're just looking at me, and I just thought it was funny. I don't know what's going on.
It's Friday, folks.
But here we go. Coming up, Pittsburgh authorities are warning area business owners of funny money after one business encounters counterfeit bills multiple times. Let's get it together.
Oh, I don't know if we can. And here's the deal. I think part of it is this absolutely beautiful weather. It's kind of gone to our heads here. We're having another look at your forecast, talk about some rain chances and stuff, hopefully, if we make it back right after this.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:26. I'm Elise Noe. Jasper County authorities respond to an overturned semi yesterday carrying a fruitful cargo. It happened around 6:30 yesterday morning near the village of Fidelity, Missouri. While the driver was not injured, the trailer's cargo, 38,000 pounds of grapes, was compromised in the crash, so the whole load had to be offloaded into dumpsters and hauled away. Cleanup on the crash lasted until just after 11 a.m. and backed traffic up for at least 6 miles. Well, 9 little students graduated with some big honors yesterday. Kiddos at the Community Support Services of Missouri Early Learning Center will take the big step from preschool to kindergarten thanks to their hard efforts. One student even knows what she wants to be when she grows up.
I want to be a doctor when I grow up because my daddy had a hurt back before and I gave him crutches and that really helped.
I really hope for our kids is that they become happy, healthy adults who are members of society that show love and care to everyone, that they remember the lessons that they learned here, that there are differences in all of us and those differences can be celebrated.
The center provides quality child care to children from birth through 12 years old. One of the longest continuous celebrations marking the end of World War II returns. The 78th annual ARMA VJ Day homecoming event officially kicks off today and will run through Sunday. Visitors are invited to enjoy activities like pickleball, golf tournaments, car and motorcycle shows, a run for veterans, children's parade food, live music, and much more. You're invited to bring the whole family, have a great time, and maybe talk to a veteran or two while you're there. Well, Pittsburgh area law officers caution businesses to be on the lookout for funny money. Police say a counterfeiter has been targeting a number of businesses in the area. KOAM's Melissa Alexis talked with a Pittsburgh business owner who was a victim and wants to warn other local businesses so they aren't out of their hard-earned money.
Trying to cheat somebody, like we are working hard for our money.
Al Patel is the owner of Pitt Discount Liquor in Pittsburgh, and their business received a fake $100 bill.
And you can just see like it is a plain paper, and the size wise also it is like a 1 centimeter smaller than the regular $100 bill.
Patel says the counterfeiters cause businesses to lose twice: their merchandise and their cash.
We lose our product and we lose our cash, like because whatever we are giving cash back, we are losing that also.
Jonathan Lynch is a detective at the Pittsburgh Police Department. And he says these counterfeit bills cause local businesses to take a big financial hit, as police departments aren't able to reimburse businesses that fall victim to counterfeit money.
For a small business especially, because $100 could make or break the lights being on tomorrow.
He says counterfeit bills have become more undetectable over the years.
As technology gets better, bad guys have access to technology, and it makes it easier for them to counterfeit.
To detect a fake bill, Detective Lynch says it's important to make sure the bill is not completely smooth and to check the watermark while holding the bill up to the light. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Now, Detective Lynch recommends that businesses invest time in educating their employees on what fake bills look and feel like to help businesses avoid losing money. Now, here's Chris with a look at the forecast.
Yeah, that can be a tough problem sometimes, if you're in a busy store. No, really. You just need to take the money and go. You got a line a mile long, but it's important to check every bill. And it's important to enjoy the weather while we've got it lasting like this. Our camera 7th and range line right now, no clouds from this angle. If we point it back to the east, there's a few out there. MoDOT camera 20th and range line looking pretty good as well. Future track heading this afternoon and evening. Some of us out east are going to get a little more sunshine like we are right now than our friends to the west. But through the day, clouds gradually increasing from west to east and a less than 10% chance of a stray shower or two out there. We're expected to stay dry through today, but that will change as we head into the weekend. Temperature is pretty cool for August out there. 63 in Joplin, 62 in Pittsburgh. You head up a little further north, and it's, for August, it's downright chilly. 59, Yates Center and Iola. Otherwise, low, mid, and upper 60s as we get this Friday underway. Heading into the afternoon, again, clouds increasing. We're expecting mostly cloudy skies. Average high is 91. We're looking to go low to mid 80s today. And we're going to be even cooler for most of us as we head into our Saturday. But we're also going to start to see those rain chances increase. We'll go over all those details in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, the U.S. State Department says they have been in touch with the Austrian government regarding the Taylor Swift concert threat, but stopped short of saying they provided the intelligence that unraveled the plot. With 2 suspects in custody, Austrian officials say they aren't looking for anyone else, but are sharing shocking details about the planned attack. Fox News senior correspondent Greg Palcott reports from London.
A chilling image shows the knife-wielding suspect, officials say, was planning to attack a Taylor Swift show in Vienna.
His aim was to kill himself and a large crowd.
Austrian officials said both suspects appear to be inspired by ISIS and Al-Qaeda. During a raid of the 19-year-old suspect's home, investigators found chemical substances and technical devices.
The situation is serious, but we can also say a tragedy was prevented.
The other suspect, a 17-year-old, was employed a few days ago by a company providing services at the concert venue. Authorities said neither of the men appeared to have a ticket to the shows. They think they were planning to strike outside the stadium.
As we up our security, they make every effort to find a weakness. That is a weakness, people gathering outside of a concert.
Concert organizers say they were expecting 30,000 onlookers outside.
This is an incredible number of people who would have been in danger at the stadium.
Tickets to Taylor Swift's Eras shows were hard to come by. Some fans spent thousands on travel and lodging to see the show live in Europe, and many are disappointed and frustrated at the whole situation.
It's actually really sad that this is actually the world we live in. This concert used to be a safe space for everyone, and now it's just a threat.
Swift is set to perform a series of sold-out concerts at London's Wembley Stadium. Those shows are expected to go on, wrapping up the European leg of her Eras tour. In London, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Shannon Becker will be with us to share his big 3 stories of the week. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from the ARMA VJ Day Homecoming celebration starting today. Back, we've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 news stories of the week. Good morning to you, Shannon.
Good morning, Elise. You're looking pretty in pink as always.
Thank you. Look nice yourself.
I don't know what I'm wearing. So
let's
take a look at the big 3 stories this week. What's happening where you live? Tragedy this last weekend. A motorcycle crash. A man from Grove, Oklahoma. A lot of people know Sean Tarter is his name. Crashed motorcycle. I was out with a friend.
Yes.
And sadly died just the other day of injuries about 5 days after that tragic crash. He had been flown to Springfield for more medical care. Sometimes those motorcycles, it just depends upon the crash. Even wearing your helmet, you can still get horrible injuries. He was a big part of monster trucks in the area, made fiberglass bodies for different things. So we'll have more information on our website today as we'll update that story. Our number 2 story, KOAM News Now, what's happening live and local. Missouri Southern State University, it was a structure that's kind of attached to the building, but it wasn't the building, if that makes sense.
Yes.
A contractor was working on a column and hit an electric line, and about 2 hours later, it kind of started smoldering.
Oh, wow.
So he probably didn't even know that he'd hit that electric line.
Right.
But Joplin Fire Department en masse were there and put that fire out. Now they'll be doing some repairs on that column as well. Students, though, back to school. It's not going to be a big problem at all.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Wonderful.
that's what I want to be sure to emphasize. I'm sorry. And there are actually students are staying there now because student athletes are back on campus. So nobody was injured and everybody's all back to normal. Our number 1 story, Joplin News First, a big fire on Range Line and I-44. This was earlier this week. You can see these images captured by some of our tipster friends. That is really on fire, right?
Yes.
So it happened right there at the interchange. So a lot of people saw what was happening. So it was a truck full of 30,000 pounds of strawberries.
And it caught fire.
Yeah, I don't think that strawberries are smoked very good. Are they smoked strawberries? That's not a thing, right?
I don't think
no,
so.
It's not. No,
I mean,
it's not.
I wouldn't be opposed to trying.
It was an issue with brakes is what it was.
Okay.
And the driver was able to unhook the truck and he pulled forward so the semi-truck didn't burn, just the trailer. And those cleanups take a long time. Save some strawberries there for you, though, right there in the ashes and the dirt.
Oh my goodness.
And then our bonus story of the week, KOAM News Now. Yes. It's the bridge that eats trucks. That's what happens in Racine. It's 9 feet, 7 inches, and it happened again this week. It's clearly marked. Most bridges are about 12 to 14 feet.
Right.
Across. That's in 2023, this last year. This one turned into like an accordion there.
Yeah.
A truck that is moving some stock. Now, there's actually 2 overpasses there. Here's one from 2023. Okay. This is a Vapor Maven. They're a local vapor store that totally ripped the whole box off. No one is injured though, all right? Yeah. It used to be 9.9, but they resurfaced the road, so it's a little bit smaller area now. That was an RV in 2021. Wow. Tragically, someone died in that crash though. So be sure and watch out for that bridge in Racine. Everybody that hits it, they always say, well, the map app, Google Maps or whoever took me through here.
Yes.
Well, you still got to watch for that 9-7.
Important reminder.
Yeah.
Important reminder indeed.
That's our bonus story of the week, KOAM News Now, the big 3.
All right, Shannon. Well, as always, thanks again for coming with us this Friday morning. Stick around. We're back with more right after this.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 741, almost 742 on this Friday morning. We're taking another look from our camera on the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin. Got a north breeze out there. Skies are mostly clear. If you look, you can still see some clouds. Well, you're going to gradually see clouds increase across the region as we go through the morning and into the afternoon. Our camera, 7th and Range Line, there's that one there, there's that one there. So not many yet. And some of us, especially the further east you are, will get a little more sunlight today than our friends to the west, as those clouds again will increase from there to here. MoDOT camera, 20th and Range Line, also looking pretty good this morning, and traffic flowing right along. Ample sunshine from the KDOT camera at 69 and Kansas Crossing just south of Pittsburgh. The future track for today is going to show us those increasing clouds. There's some differences in the timing on the increasing clouds. Some expect them to start to increase really honestly the next hour or so, and this future track has them increasing gradually but a little later in the day, but eventually again we will go mostly cloudy with a less than 10% chance of an isolated shower. However, those chances increase as we head into Saturday early morning. We're going to start to see the opportunity for some showers and thunderstorms. Now our best chance for more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity across the region is going to come before noon on Saturday. You can see that here. So again, don't necessarily cancel your plans this weekend. Just keep that umbrella handy and the Skywatch weather app. is once we head into the afternoon Saturday, we're going to start to see these showers and storms become a bit more scattered in nature. There won't be nearly as much coverage out there. And then as we head later into the evening, believe it or not, the showers and storms clear out, the skies clear out, at least briefly. And then as we head toward Sunday morning, clouds increase once again. And by mid-morning, we've got more showers and thunderstorms developing across the area. Now, the good news is through the weekend, not anticipating any severe weather, but some heavy rain is certainly possible. Of course, some rumbles of thunder. The biggest thing all of this is going to do for us is going to give us some cooler temperatures for this weekend as well. And similar to Saturday, by Sunday evening, showers, storms clear out, skies clear out, but they'll cloud up a little earlier because about 1 a.m. we're going to start another round of scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area, and these chances continue all the way through next Thursday. 63 in Joplin, north breeze at 8, and again, mostly clear skies out there around the area. We're a little cooler to the north. Iola and Yates Center both still as the cool locations at 59 degrees. The rest of us low, mid, and upper 60s as we get this day started. So a very nice start, especially considering it's an August day. It's a pretty decent start indeed. So again, many of us mostly cloudy, but not quite everybody. As we go through the morning, we'll be low 70s by 11 a.m. Clouds, of course, will continue to increase across the area into the afternoon. And we're looking at highs today. Our average is 91. We're looking at low to mid 80s. So a very pleasant day. It's still warm, obviously. I've talked about that before. I know the 80s are still warm, but it's not oppressively hot. Mostly cloudy through the evening and overnight. Below normal lows again, low 60s, and some folks could even make the upper 50s like we're seeing in Iola and Yates Center right now. Storm chances tomorrow through Thursday morning, below average, upper 70s on our Saturday, maybe a few low 80s on Sunday. We start heating up next week, though, back to about normal Tuesday, and then we'll start to climb back into the mid-90s toward the end of next week. And that's a check of your forecast. I'm going to send it over to Elise now with Consumer Watch.
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, a federal agency calls for tighter restrictions on calls and texts generated by artificial intelligence. The FCC proposes new rules, including a definition for AI phone calls and requiring companies to disclose the use of AI. The agency says the proposed rules will give more clarity to consumers when they are receiving AI robocalls. The announcement follows another FCC proposal to ban robocalls that use AI-generated voices. Well, a college ID might not be enough to get student discounts anymore. A Wall Street Journal report says while several businesses offer major discounts for students, some are starting to crack down on people out of college still looking for deals. Verification companies are now being used to track hundreds of thousands of data sources to verify if a customer really is a student. And for some Social Security recipients, check your mailbox. Your eyes aren't seeing double. If you get supplemental Social Security income, SSI for short, you'll be getting 2 checks this month. SSI receivers already got their regular check as of August 1st, but another check will be coming August 30th due to calendar issues since September 1st is on a Sunday. The extra payment will happen again in November, too. And those are our top consumer stories. Let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell. Well, if you're not watching your favorite Olympic athletes compete, you might find them on social media.
They're building their brand and interest in their sports. Jamie Yukas reports from Paris.
The first item of business for Suni Lee and Simone Biles after winning gold for Team USA Gymnastics.
If I didn't win,
make a TikTok video.
I guess we'll never know.
The star athletes are also celebrities online. Rugby sensation Ilona Maher has now hit 3 million followers on Instagram. Maher first went viral during the Tokyo Games in 2021.
I play for the USA and I'm here at the Olympics.
Her popularity has only grown, which she hopes translates into more USA Rugby fans.
Whenever people tell me like, oh, we had 100 girls come out to training because of their TikTok, because of your TikToks, it makes me know I'm doing something good.
The same is true for Team USA bronze-winning gymnast Frederick Richard, who hopes his popularity online, doing both his sport and some comedy,
playing hockey with Simone Biles,
helps grow interest with African-American men.
People kind of look at me like, gymnastics, boys do that?
And so that's how I grew up, and that's why I want to change it.
For track and field stars like shot putter Ryan Krauser and long jumper Tara Davis Woodhull.
Ryan, I'm coming for your spot.
Oh boy.
It's a competition for attention.
How does social media help you get new interest to your sports?
For me personally, just coming from my event, I think it's been great. You've seen shot put kind of take a front seat instead of we've traditionally been towards the back.
I think social media is probably the best thing to ever happen for sports and Olympic sports, and especially for track and field.
While most of the content is fun and positive, a FIFA report found that 1 in 5 players at the 2023 Women's World Cup were subjected to discriminatory or abusive content. That's why the Olympic Committee is also monitoring athlete accounts using AI technology.
We're working with a provider which is effectively utilizing AI to scan in real time any online violence which is targeting athletes at the Olympic Games in Paris.
The hope is the added feature will allow athletes to continue to vlog their daily routines consisting of practices, coffee breaks, beauty tips, and more. I even got into the games and I've seen a huge benefit just posting my breakfast.
That's the thing about TikTok and stuff. There's some interesting things that people are interested in. But these athletes, though, making a positive difference with that.
Absolutely. And I mean, their time to shine really comes every 4 years. To see them taking advantage of this new platform that they really didn't have during Tokyo is really cool to see.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how things are changing, how quickly they change, too, in just that 4-year period. Well, you know what else is going to change? Our temperatures, and they're going to at least be cooler for the next couple of days out there. Future Track today, we're going to watch the clouds gradually increase from west to east across the region, and a less than 10% chance of a shower or two. Our better rain chances start tomorrow early morning. We're going to see scattered showers and thunderstorms. The more widespread chances of rain are going to be before noon on Saturday. So again, I want to emphasize, don't cancel your plans. Just keep an umbrella, Skywatch weather app handy. Again, the biggest chance of widespread rain before noon on Saturday. As we head into the afternoon, though, we still have the chances of showers and storms, but they're going to be considerably more scattered. They will clear out late Saturday into early Sunday. Then the clouds will return early Sunday morning ahead of additional scattered shower and thunderstorm chances, and they'll run through about almost the same time as the storms on Saturday. They'll run through about 5 o'clock. They'll clear out, and then a faster return with the clouds as we watch more scattered storm chances by next Monday morning as early as 1 a.m. with these rain chances continuing all the way through next Thursday morning. We'll have another look at your forecast, news you need to know right after this.
And here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Pittsburgh area law officers caution businesses to be on the lookout for funny money. One Pittsburgh business has received multiple counterfeit bills on multiple occasions. The Pittsburgh police say prevention is the best solution and encourages businesses to arm their employees with knowledge of how to spot a fake bill. The city of Carthage, Missouri is looking for public input as they apply for a community development block grant. The city held a public hearing where residents could voice their thoughts on the biggest needs in the community. One plan the city proposed would replace 5,000 feet of sidewalks in the downtown area, costing an estimated $937,000. The 78th annual ARMA VJ Day Homecoming officially kicks off today and will run through Sunday. There'll be activities for the whole family to enjoy, including pickleball, golf, a children's parade, and much more. You're invited to bring the whole family, have a great time, and maybe talk to a veteran or two while you're there.
And we've got a pretty decent day temperature-wise out there. We're going to have clouds increasing, a north breeze, and highs today low to mid-80s, where our average should be about 91. Mostly cloudy skies continue through the evening and overnight, and another below-normal night back in the low 60s, maybe even some upper 50s for some of you out there. Tomorrow, though, is just incredible. Most of us are highs upper 70s, maybe a couple of low 80s. We have those rain chances that start tomorrow and will run all the way through next Thursday morning. We're still below normal on Sunday, and then we start to warm back up heading into the start of next week, and we start to get unfortunately back to somewhat hot weather as we start going into the mid-90s toward the end of next week.
Alrighty. Well, an American teenager hopes to set a Guinness World Record by becoming the youngest person to ever fly solo to all 7 continents in a small plane. 19-year-old Ethan Glow took off Tuesday from Geneva to begin his 100-day journey.
His trip is expected to fly over 50,000 miles with stops in 60 countries. Glow is flying in hopes to raise $1 million for child cancer research inspired by his cousin who was diagnosed with the disease in 2021. That's an absolutely incredible feat to take up.
Absolutely. I'm super impressed. I could never do that, and can't wait to see how his journey ends.
Yeah, he's raising money for a good cause too. Maybe he'll even exceed that goal.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you all so much for letting us put the good in your morning. We'll be back with more news and weather today at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.